What if the biggest revolution in personal computing isn't a faster phone or a foldable screen, but the complete elimination of screens altogether? For the last 2 decades, tech giants have trapped our attention behind glowing rectangles. According to recent corporate developments and reporting from Bloomberg and Reuters, OpenAI and legendary Apple designer Jony Ive are spending over $6 billion, aiming to change that computing paradigm forever. This month, new details emerged regarding their debut hardware device, a screenless, movable AI companion engineered to physically manifest ChatGPT in your space. As Apple files court injunctions to block its launch, a massive question hangs over Silicon Valley. Is ambient, voice-first AI the ultimate savior of human focus, or another multi-billion-dollar hardware gamble waiting to crash? To understand where this hardware is going, we have to look at how it started. OpenAI's acquisition of I/O Products, a hardware startup co-founded by Jony Ive, for $6.5 billion signaled Sam Altman's determination, proving his ambition to own the physical layer of artificial intelligence. This isn't just about software capabilities anymore. The engineering team brings together former Apple design head Evans Hankey, ex-hardware vice president Tang Tan, and top industrial designers. They helped build the original iPhone, iPad, and Apple Watch lines. Rather than building another smartphone clone to compete in a saturated market, this dream team focused their efforts on calm computing. That represents a philosophical shift aimed at reducing screen addiction and eliminating daily cognitive overload for users. Instead of forcing you to pull out a glass slate every time you have a thought, their goal is a hardware device that passively sits in your environment. It continuously listens, observes, and assists without demanding visual dominance. So what actually is this mysterious new physical device? According to recent reports published by Bloomberg, OpenAI's first commercial product isn't a wearable lapel pin or a smart augmented reality glasses. It is a movable home computer disguised as an intelligent speaker. Internally, engineering teams at OpenAI refuse to call it a speaker. It features a built-in high-capacity rechargeable battery pack, high-fidelity directional microphones, integrated optical cameras, and micromechanical actuators that physically move to mimic human expression. You can easily carry it from your home office into the kitchen while cooking, and then bring it back to your bedroom at night. Under the hood, it is powered by an ultra-low latency model called GPT-Live. It can process real-time voice input, allow natural conversation interruptions, and read environmental context through its optical camera lens, all without requiring explicit wake words or buttons. Which brings us directly to our first big community debate question. Would you prefer an AI that sits passively in your room without a screen? Or do you still need visual feedback to trust an AI assistant? Be sure to drop your detailed thoughts in the comments down below. We have to address the major elephant in the room right now. Silicon Valley's recent track record with dedicated AI hardware has been brutal. The Humane AI Pin suffered from extreme thermal throttling issues, unbearably slow cloud latency, and terrible battery endurance. The Rabbit R1 turned out to be little more than a wrapped mobile app, running on underpowered and cheap handheld hardware components. Both high-profile gadgets made the exact same fatal strategic mistake, trying to replace the pocket smartphone without offering a superior product. Why does OpenAI think their screenless speaker unit will be any different? By removing strict mobile pocket form factor constraints completely, OpenAI avoids micro battery drain and thermal heat limitations. A stationary or room-to-room device gains access to far greater thermal mass, much larger acoustic speaker drivers, and constant high-speed Wi-Fi access. That physical stability unlocks reliable, real-time performance. But engineering brilliant hardware is only half the battle. The corporate legal war is escalating rapidly across courts, as reported by financial outlets like Bloomberg and the Wall Street Journal. Apple has initiated formal court actions seeking legal injunctions, aiming to completely block OpenAI's upcoming hardware launch. Apple's legal arguments center on trade secret protection claims. and non-solicitation concerns regarding key engineering personnel migration. Dozens of top talent engineers migrated directly from Cupertino, joining OpenAI's newly formed hardware engineering division. Simultaneously, Apple is preparing its own competing smart hardware. Under internal development, codenamed J490. That product is a smart home command center with a 7-inch display and a robotic arm that actively tracks household user movement. OpenAI officially maintains that its audio architecture is fully custom and strongly denies any intellectual property infringement allegations. But if Apple succeeds in securing an injunction from judges, OpenAI's planned product launch window could be severely delayed. Beyond intense courtrooms, there is a fundamental consumer barrier, one that billions of capital dollars cannot instantly buy: user trust. A device featuring motorized moving mechanical parts, always listening mics, and optical cameras designed to observe your personal household naturally raises unprecedented digital privacy and security questions. Reports indicate the device relies on edge computing wake words, combined with continuous high-speed cloud context processing pipelines. OpenAI plans to integrate personal email data feeds, calendar schedules, and physical room context to offer proactive daily suggestions. But are modern consumers truly ready to welcome an always-on observer, sitting quietly inside their private bedrooms and personal kitchens? Let us pause right here for a serious community debate question. Would you allow an AI speaker with a camera and live email access to sit inside your home 24/7? Or is that a line you refuse to cross? Be sure to share your perspective in the comment section below. To make this complex hardware a commercial reality worldwide, OpenAI has officially partnered with manufacturing titan Foxconn, shifting production plants away from smaller regional suppliers. Their main goal is to secure massive global manufacturing scale. Initial targeted production figures range between 40 and 50 million units. That isn't a niche developer experiment or a low-volume trial. That represents true iPhone-level mass-market production ambition. Foxconn is actively preparing dedicated production facilities, spanning key manufacturing hubs across Taiwan, Vietnam, and the United States. This multi-region footprint insulates their global hardware supply chain, protecting manufacturing against unexpected geopolitical trade shifts. However, mass-producing custom micromechanical actuators at scale, alongside specialized real-time audio inference computing modules, presents unprecedented factory yield challenges for assembly teams. Those manufacturing hurdles could impact initial retail pricing structures, as well as launch day stock availability around the world. As we look toward the projected product announcement and release, one central takeaway stands out above everything else. OpenAI and Jony Ive are placing a historic multi-billion-dollar bet on reshaping the entire future of human-computer interaction. If their ambitious vision succeeds in consumer markets, they could establish the first true post-smartphone platform. It would mark a world where technology recedes into the background, serving user needs through natural voice and real-time awareness. If they fail, or if Apple's legal blockade prevails in federal courts, it will serve as a $6 billion cautionary lesson, proving that consumer hardware remains the hardest domain in tech. Whatever happens next, the historic technological battle between screen-based command hubs and screenless ambient companions will define the consumer technology landscape for the next decade. If you enjoyed this comprehensive hardware analysis and breakdown, be sure to hit that subscribe button for weekly tech reporting. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below, and I will see you all in the very next deep dive analysis.